Feel like Michael Chandler, lad, training with no top on.
See you at the top.
He's a unit, isn't he? He's a little...
He is a unit.
He's gonna try and come out and knock me head off. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do think he is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. He comes out and he tries to absolutely take your head off, swinging overhands, left hooks, like a punch, a kick, a knee, an elbow, anything as he steps in and brings all his weight forward and leans into a shot. I think I could knock him out. I also think I could TKO him with leg kicks, but I don't think he's going to try and take me down. Yeah. He knows I'll submit him.
Paddy Pimblett's intense training footage ahead of his clash with Michael Chandler has fans worried about his potential power in the fight. However, Corey Sandhagen says that it's an interesting matchup. He mentions that he'll probably go with Michael Chandler, even though Chandler is a bit older than Paddy. Despite this, he decides to pick Michael for the fight.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, this is an interesting one too. I'm going to probably go to Michael, I guess. Yeah, Michael Chandler, I guess, even though he is kind of in the same position where he's a little bit older than Paddy, but I'll go Michael for that one.
Yusef Zalal says this might be crazy, but he thinks he's gonna go with Paddy. He believes Paddy can take him down and either hold him down or submit him.
Bro, this might be crazy, but I think I'm gonna go with Paddy. I think I'm gonna go with Paddy just because of the jiu-jitsu. I think he can take him down and just hold him down or submit him.
Julian Erosa called the fight a tough one, noting that Paddy is a completely different fighter from when they first met. He believes it's a toss-up between wrestling and grappling, and Paddy has better grappling, while Chandler excels in wrestling. Julian thinks Chandler could win by knockout if it stays on the feet, but if Paddy controls the fight on the ground, he could submit Chandler. In the end, Julian leaned towards Chandler for the knockout.
That one's a tough one as well. You know, obviously Paddy was an old foe of mine. He's a completely different fighter than he was when I fought him. But I think it's going to be a coin toss on who's on the wrestling versus the grappling. Paddy's got better grappling. Chandler's got better wrestling. So if Chandler keeps it on the feet, I think Chandler gets a knockout. And I think if Paddy's able to, get him down and pick his back, I think he can submit him. So it's either Paddy by submission or Chandler by knockout.
Which is more likely? What do you think actually happens?
So I think it's a close one. I'm going to probably go with Chandler with the knockout.
Moreover, Austin Vanderford says that for the fight between Michael Chandler and Paddy, he's going to go with Michael Chandler. He acknowledges that Paddy has great grappling, but he believes Chandler will do a good job of nullifying that. Austin thinks the power in Chandler's hands and his stand-up will be a little too much for Paddy.
Man, Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. I'm going to go Michael Chandler on it. Paddy, of course, great grappling. I think Michael Chandler will do a good job at kind of nullifying that. And the power in Michael's hands and in the stand-up, I think, will be a little too much.
Cody Brundage says that when it comes to Michael Chandler and Paddy, everyone will likely pick Michael Chandler. However, he believes Paddy Pimblett is a big man for the division. Cody points out that Paddy has really good grappling and does a great job of fighting long. He adds that everyone thought Bobby Green was going to easily beat Paddy, but Paddy made that fight look pretty easy. Cody believes Paddy is young and has what it takes to win. He thinks Paddy gets it.
Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. The thing is, everyone will say Michael Chandler, but Paddy Pimblett is big, man. He's a big dude. He's huge for the division. He has really good grappling. He does a great job of fighting long. I think everybody thought Bobby Green was going to piece Paddy up, and he went in and made that fight look pretty easy. He's young. I think Paddy gets it done.
Elijah Smith said that this is a really good fight and that he also thinks Chandler would actually knock Paddy out and put him away.
No, this is a really good fight. I think Chandler could actually put Paddy away, could knock him out.
Jose Delgado mentioned that he never gave Paddy Pimblett credit initially, but after the Bobby Green fight, he began to think that Paddy was pretty good. However, he doesn't hold Michael Chandler's skills in high regard.
Paddy Pimblett, I never gave him credit, and then after the Bobby Green fight, I was like, he's pretty good. I don't think too highly of Chandler.
However, Paddy Pimblett's intense training footage ahead of his upcoming clash with Michael Chandler has stirred excitement and concern among fans. His striking and grappling seem sharper than ever, leading many to believe that he's ready to bring a serious challenge to Chandler, with the potential for a dominant performance.
Feel like Michael Chandler, lad, training with no top on.
See you at the top.
He's a unit, isn't he? He's a little...
He is a unit.
He's gonna try and come out and knock me head off. You know what I mean? I do think he is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. He comes out and he tries to absolutely take your head off, swinging overhands, left hooks,
In the training footage, Paddy is seen pushing his limits, showcasing powerful strikes and fluid transitions between stand-up and ground game. His focus and determination are evident as he works on both his cardio and technique. This preparation suggests that Paddy is leaving no stone unturned for his showdown with Chandler.
Like a punch, a kick, a knee, an elbow, anything as he steps in and brings all his weight forward and leans into a shot. I think I could knock him out. I also think I could TKO him with leg kicks, but I don't think he's going to try and take me down. Yeah. He knows I'll submit him.
Moreover, Henry Cejudo stated that if Paddy Pimblett wins his upcoming fight, he could quickly rise through the rankings and position himself as a potential title contender, making him one of the top fighters in the division.
Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. If Paddy Pimblett gets the job done, come on. If he gets the job done, Paddy Pimblett could potentially skip that line and go all the way to the front and potentially be the next title challenger. What do you think, man? Am I crazy, cuz?
However, Kamaru Usman disagreed, arguing that even with a win over Michael Chandler, Paddy wouldn't immediately deserve a title shot. He pointed out that fighters like Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier have already defeated Chandler, so simply beating him shouldn't guarantee a title opportunity for Paddy.
If Paddy Pimblett gets past Michael Chandler, that does not warrant a title shot. When Charles Oliveira has gotten past Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje has gotten past Michael Chandler, so that Dustin Poirier has gotten past Michael Chandler. That does not warrant a title shot.
Paddy's coach mentioned that he doesn't see him the same way others do. While people have their own opinions about Paddy, his coach has a unique perspective. He keeps his thoughts to himself and stays focused on proving the critics wrong.
I don't look at him the same way other people look at him, so they're going to have their opinions and I have mine opinions. The difference between my opinions and their opinions is I keep my opinions to myself and just keep proving them wrong. Yeah.
Rimmer went on to explain that Paddy has a champion's mindset when it comes to fighting. He never doubts his abilities and always feels confident about winning. Unlike most fighters who experience nerves, Paddy thrives on the challenge of the fight. While others may stress over the preparation, Paddy's entire focus is on the battle ahead, eager to dominate his opponent in the cage.
Paddy's got a very elite mindset. He doesn't falter or waver in how he feels about beating someone in a fight. He's not the person that I worry about when it comes to that sort of stuff. And I'll say this, and
what sets him apart, do you think?
I'll tell you what sets him apart. Most fighters worry about fighting. Paddy loves fighting. That's the biggest thing I can say about him. Like, everyone's like, oh, training camp, you know, blah, 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 and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he just wants to get in there and absolutely tear the other person apart. Yeah. That's what gets him excited.
Looking towards the fight with Michael Chandler, Paul believes that a victory could open major doors for Paddy's career. He sees it as a potential stepping stone to a matchup with Charles Oliveira, and possibly a title shot against Islam Makhachev. However, Paul emphasized that they are taking it one fight at a time, remaining concentrated on the present challenge rather than the future.
I think it unlocks the steps that needs to grow his career even more. Yeah. You know, win over Michael Chandler might mean a fight against the Charles Oliveira and potentially maybe a title fight against Islam, you know. Yeah. I don't like looking too far ahead. It's like one fight at a time. I'm aware of the possibilities and what may come across, but, you know, we've got a job to do, and that's what we're all focused and dialed in on at the moment.
Mike Perry stated that the upcoming fight between Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett is a significant one. He believes it's an exciting matchup, noting that Chandler has strong submission defense, as demonstrated in his fight with Bobby Green. Perry also mentioned that Chandler is vulnerable to getting hit, so Paddy could have an opportunity to land punches and box him. However, if the fight goes to the ground, Perry highlighted that Paddy possesses solid jiu-jitsu skills.
Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett, that's a big one. I think it's a good fight though, because Chandler will have more submission defense, say Bobby Green did. Chandler is hittable in my opinion, so Paddy may poke him and box him. If it does go to the ground, Paddy's had some good jiu-jitsu.
James Lynch predicted that Michael Chandler is likely to win his fight against Paddy Pimblett, although he acknowledged that Chandler could make mistakes that might cost him the fight. Despite the challenge of picking against Pimblett, Lynch believes Chandler has the edge and could secure a knockout in the 4th round.
Don't get me wrong, Chandler could fight dumb in this fight and lose. That could certainly happen.
But at the end of the day, the overall body of work tells me Chandler should win this fight. Like I said, he can tag Pimblett. He can knock him out. It's 5 rounds. The chances of a finish are more likely in a fight like this. Chandler's got more 5-round experience as far as training for it and even going the distance than Paddy Pimblett does. I think that works in his favor too. I just think you got 5 rounds to knock out Paddy Pimblett. I think Chandler's the guy to do it. So I'm going Chandler by 4th round knockout to get it done over Paddy Pimblett. Going to go against the grain a little bit here, and I'm taking him.
So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the matchup? Share your thoughts in the comments section, and also make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.